On this video, we're going to take a look at a 15.6-inch monitor that's great for gamers or anyone who's looking for a secondary monitor to take with them on the go. Now, the great thing about this monitor is that it's 4K, it is a touchscreen, and it will support Adobe RGB. Now, I want to give a special thanks to my friends over at Innoview for sending this over to me to check out. So sit back and relax, and let me tell you all about it. In the box, it comes with a user's guide, an AC adapter to power it up, 2 USB-C cables, and you get the monitor. Plus, it does come with an HDMI adapter, which I'm using right now with the Xbox, and you get this USB-C dongle so you can hook up your own keyboard or mouse. And since it is a portable monitor, you do get a nice carrying case to slip it in whenever you're traveling or to store it away. On the right hand side, there's a power button that you can press in for the menu system. There's also a USB-C input, and that's where you would hook up your keyboard as well as a headphone jack. And on the left hand side, you're going to find 2 additional USB-C connections, and there's a mini HDMI port on it. And with these jacks, you can plug in your smartphone or computer, and the great thing is it not only will talk to it by sending over the picture and audio, but it will charge it as well. The monitor does have a built-in stand, and you can adjust it up to 180 degrees. And the great thing is that this monitor has a gyro system in it, so whenever you set it upright, the screen will automatically rotate. And that's great because you can use it to view or edit TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, or even YouTube Shorts. And since it has rubberized feet, you'll have no problem with it slipping on your desk. As I mentioned earlier, this is a 4K monitor that uses an IPS panel, and it has a nits rating of 500, so if you're watching HDR content, it's going to have a reasonable bright screen. And with over 16 million colors, I'm going to tell you, when you're looking at this monitor directly, it looks fantastic, and it supports FreeSync as well. So now I had to test the monitor out to see what its capabilities are. So I took this particular laptop, I plugged in the USB-C right here, and then I plugged in the other side where it says full function on the monitor. The 10-point touch screen started working right away, and the great thing is, since I'm using a Windows-based computer, I was able to hit the keyboard button at the bottom, and now I could type things in using the touchscreen, which is pretty cool. And to test this monitor out further, I pulled up an Excel sheet and everything was crisp. I was able to move the documents around like I wanted to. And I pulled up the Microsoft Store and everything looks so clear. I find myself wanting to download every application that I could see. But how good is gaming on this monitor? Well, I took the HDMI cable that came in the box, I plugged one end into the Xbox, and I plugged the other end into the bottom of the monitor, and it detected it right away. And I will tell you that it does have a gaming mode that you can access by going into the menu system, which I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. I'm gonna tell you, I had a lot of fun playing games on this monitor just because everything looks so crisp and detailed. Now, if you're a hardcore gamer, you have something like the Xbox, I went in there and see what kind of settings I can get. So I was able to get 4K at 60 frames per second. I was able to get 1440 at 60 frames per second. And if I drop down to 1080p, I was able to get 120 frames per second, even though it is a 60 hertz panel. So it's gonna make everything look, a lot smoother whenever you're racing or playing any kind of games. And I want to check the input lag, and I was able to get a respectful 9.1 milliseconds, which outbeats a lot of the televisions and some of the monitors that I've actually reviewed in the past. Now, since this is a touchscreen, when you press in the power button, you're greeted with a menu system, and you have all kind of controls in there where you can change the volume as well as the brightness, and you can turn off the HDR and a lot of other features. Plus, you can put in gaming mode and all type of settings to make sure you configure it the way that you want it. After reviewing this monitor, the 2 gripes that I would have about it is that it is a reflection magnet. So when I was recording, the reason I didn't show the screen too much in the light is because it kept reflecting my camera. The second thing that I wish they can improve upon is the connections themselves, because as you can see, the cable sticks out to the side, and that's going to be a little bit in your way whenever you're trying to put another computer beside it. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks a lot, Innoview, for sending this over for me to check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!